Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something a little bit different from my normal videos. I'm doing something quite exciting. It's called the Ultimate Australian Mum Tag. This is a brand new tag that has been created by a group of amazing Australian vlogging mums, and I'm so pleased to be a part of this tag. It's been really nice to connect with these other amazing mums, and all of the ladies that are participating in this tag today I will link down below. So please do make sure that you go and check out their channels after you've watched this video. And if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name's Mel and I create videos that have tips for busy mums. So I do a lot of cleaning, home organisation and mummy type videos. So I'd love to have you subscribe and be a part of my YouTube family. Alright, let's jump straight into the questions. Alright, so the first question is Vegemite or Promite? Now, you'll probably have a laugh at me because I actually had to Google Promite and look up what it actually is. I don't know what Promite is, so I guess it's in the supermarket. I've never noticed it because I always go straight for the Vegemite. So there's the answer to question number one. And those who know me from my channel and my past videos know that I'm actually a Kiwi. I've actually spent most of my adult life in Sydney. We actually have Marmite in New Zealand, which is like the signature version of Vegemite in New Zealand. But even when I was living in New Zealand, I always preferred Vegemite over Marmite. It's just a taste bud thing. The next question is Neighbours or Home and Away? When Home and Away came along, I started watching that from the very beginning. And I was right into the whole the love triangle with Bobby, Frank and Roo, and I love Justin Clark. Nowadays I watch him more on Play School than on Home and Away, but yeah, I do like Home and Away, but I don't watch a lot of TV these days. Okay, so the next question is Woolies or Coles? So those of you who watch my channel will know that I do shop at Aldi. I love their special buys and I often do a grocery haul at Aldi, but I also shop at Woolworths, so sometimes I'll go into Woolworths, so I kind of alternate between Woolies and Aldi. What is the one thing about raising kids in Australia that I love? I love that we have such beautiful summers and we can have lovely alfresco lunches and dinners outside on our back deck, and yeah, it's just nice. Even in winter you can still go to the park and the beach on milder days. It's not too cold. Is there anything you would want to change about Australia for your children's future? Yes, abolish stamp duty on the purchases of houses in New South Wales. I think some other states have this too. So when you purchase a house you have to pay like an extra tax to the state government and it's called stamp duty. And in addition to, I guess, your initial deposit that you save up for your first home, having to add stamp duty on top of that and save for that on top of that is just, it's a huge barrier to entry for people trying to get into the housing market. What do you wish Australia had that other countries do? So I saw the story recently on 60 Minutes where in Sweden dads had access to, I think it was like 1 or 2 fully paid years of maternity leave, and I know even women don't get a full paid year of maternity leave. It just allows them to take a step back for a while and concentrate on their kids and really form that strong bond with their kids when they're young. What is my favourite city, town or holiday spot? Well, if we're talking about Australian holiday spots, I have to say, in terms of my current situation with kids and a baby who doesn't travel well in the car, the furthest we've been with one child is Canberra, like on a driving trip. And my husband has extended family over there, and it's just a really great place for kids. There's lots of interesting things to do. We went to the Royal Mint, we went to Questacon, which is like a science centre, and it's got heaps of cool activities for kids, lots of learning opportunities for kids. There's heaps of museums over there. It actually reminds me a lot of New Zealand, a lot of home in Canberra. It's just easy to get around and it's just, yeah, it's beautiful. If you had a choice, would you continue to live in Australia? Yes, I would. I mean, we chose to move here from New Zealand and initially we thought we'd try it for a couple of years, but yeah, we just fell in love with Sydney and we've made some really wonderful friends here, and yeah, it's just a beautiful place to live. So the next question is, you're not Australian unless... My answer to this is unless you've eaten a lamington on Australia Day. So the Australia Day public holiday, apparently it's a tradition to eat lamingtons. I'm not sure why. Lamington cake is just really yummy. I don't know if you're in a different country you might not know it. It's like a chocolate covered sponge, so it's like chocolate icing over like a sponge cake cut into slices or pieces and rolled in desiccated coconut. So yeah, it's really, really yummy. How do you like to spend Australia Day? Oh, I love to spend it with a picnic in the park, pack a picnic lunch, go to a park with the kids, and even before we had kids we would do this. We would take some books and some music and a picnic lunch and just lounge around and have a really relaxing day. What sport do your kids play? Well, both of my kids, particularly my son because he's older, he has done swimming lessons. He does swimming lessons, and my baby's been to a few swimming lessons with me as well, which will probably ramp up a bit more now that it's getting into summer. Favourite Australian movie? Oh, that one's easy. Muriel's Wedding. I absolutely love Toni Collette, Muriel's Wedding, and she's kind of like the underdog. Some of the things she gets up to, it's just funny. It's a really funny movie. It's just a classic. I love that classic line, "You're terrible, Muriel." It's just a really good feel-good movie, and of course there are ABBA tracks all the way through it. I absolutely love ABBA. So yeah, it's an absolutely fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should. Favourite Australian celebrity and why? But at the moment what resonates with me, particularly, you know, being a mum and going through all those challenges, Jessica Rowe. She is an Australian journalist, TV presenter and author, and she's written a couple of books on her experience of trying to conceive and becoming a mum and going through anxiety and depression and those kinds of things. I've talked about these in previous vlogs before, and I'll link those above. I won't go into the detail of those here, but they're just really good books that I think would be helpful for all new mums. I really admire her for being so honest and raw about her journey, and she also has a really fun new blog as well called Crap Housewife. She doesn't take herself too seriously, and yeah, I just absolutely love her, and I think she is the example of a real amazing Australian mum. Which Aussie celeb are you sick of hearing about in the media? Well, I have to admit I haven't been really into the entertainment news a lot recently, but I do keep seeing all these articles about Maddie J, who is the current Bachelor Australia, on my Facebook feed. I'm not following it this year, so I'm kind of sick of getting the Maddie J news posts in my feed. Favourite typically Australian pastime? Oh, well, I can't say anything sporty because I'm really unco and lazy. So I would have to say, aside from picnics, which I love, barbecues. I absolutely love a good barbie, particularly in summer. And I just love it when it starts getting warmer and you can smell all the neighbours' barbecues cooking. Favourite Aussie slang word or phrase? I love it how the Australians say footy. So they shorten football to footy, but it's funny because the English version of football is soccer, and then when the Australians are talking about football, they're talking about rugby or rugby league. And in New Zealand, we call it rugby. So yeah, I always just find it really cute that they call it the footy. Also the way Australians always shorten everything. So they shorten McDonald's to Macca's, people's names, you know, Gary, Gazza, Felicity, Flicko. Yeah, they just shorten everything, even names of places. I mean, Newcastle, Newey. So yeah, it's just really funny. Favourite Aussie animal? Okay, this is going to be a little bit cliche, but hands down I have to say the koala because they're just so cute and cuddly. Favourite Australian children's book? I love Pig the Pug, and he's just a funny pug dog that gets into all sorts of trouble, and he's really naughty and mischievous, and yeah, he has his long-suffering sidekick who's another dog that lives with him called Trevor. My son really loves these books. I know they're a favourite with a lot of kids in Australia. Favourite brand of nappies? I would have to say Huggies. So I actually use a combination of like Huggies and the Aldi nappies. I use Aldi nappies during the day when I'm changing them more frequently and when we're at home. And in Huggies, I just haven't found anything that matches the absorbency of Huggies. So yeah, Huggies nappies. Okay, so the last question is favourite family meal. Good old spaghetti bolognese. because you can get everyone in the family to eat it. If you've got kids that won't eat vegetables, you can always process or grate the vegetables into it and they don't know the difference. I actually have a homemade bolognese recipe that I actually learnt from a flatmate when I was living with her in New Zealand. It was her stepmom's recipe, and I've kind of adapted and changed it a bit over the years, but yeah, it's still one of my favourites. Alright guys, so that was the last question. If you are also an Australian vlogging mum and would like to join in this tag, please give it a go and let me know in the comments below if you do. I'd love to see your video. In the meantime, I challenge my mate Emma Jane from the channel Life in Kawhupu Land to join in on this tag. You're it, EJ. I look forward to seeing your video. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!